Hey YouTube, what's up? It is Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal. I've got a collection update today. A lot of good stuff. I actually got a bunch of stuff in yesterday and then just a little bit this morning. So a few collection update videos coming. I'm going to split it up for more content. So really quickly, my videos are taking forever to process through YouTube. I'm not entirely sure why or what's really going on there, but yesterday the Black Metal Monday video took about 5 hours to go live. It took about 45 minutes to upload the video and then 4 hours to process it. Super annoying, not entirely sure why that's happening, but gonna try to do the normal 2 videos today, have a collection update, and then obviously Death Metal Tape Tuesday will continue on. So hopefully it'll get there on time, but if for whatever reason it pops up tomorrow morning, I don't know what's going on with YouTube or why the hell it's taking so long. But anyway, let's get started. Tapes first, as always. I got a package from Maggot Stomp yesterday. Just a reoccurring thing, seems. And yeah, I was really excited to get this package because I knew what was coming, and it was this release right here, the new Inoculation that does not come out until this Friday. It's Celestial Putridy. I can never say that word right. I admittedly only listened to this last night, right after I got it. So only one full listen through. I try to listen to everything a couple times before I talk about them, just to, you know, find things that I love about it, find things that I find appealing and whatever else. But yeah, really good album so far from what I've gathered from my first listen through. It's different compared to their other bands on the label. It's not that knuckle dragging caveman death metal by any means. This is not old school death metal, but the death metal that is similar in regards to a Revocation / Black Dahlia murder crossover. So there's that technicality and speed of the Revocation. You know, as you know, Dave Davidson on Revocation is an incredible guitarist. And then there's that 2-time vocal range on here where it's like the growls, and then there's the high pitched screaming growl. What I don't know what the official word for that is. So it is pummeling the whole entire album. There's not a slow part on this album. There's no like interludes or anything like that. It is fast-paced, aggressive from start to finish. So really good from what I've heard so far. This band is from Ohio, so the Ohio scene is just blowing up over there with death metal right now. Really good album. So if you've not heard the tracks that are up on Bandcamp right now, definitely go check them out. I think you might enjoy this. I would say in regards to the Maggot Stomp label, this is definitely one of the most different bands that they have on their label. But very good. Fan of them for sure. I'm really excited that I got this so early, so I will be listening to this all week, and I might actually do an album review. Somebody mentioned to me a couple of times now that I should start doing album reviews. So I'm not the best when it comes to words, obviously. But maybe if I actually like sit down and think and listen through each track and write things down, maybe I can write album reviews. I don't know. We'll see. So moving on, the second tape in that package from Maggot Stomp was the Inoculation demo that is currently on their label. The day that I pre-ordered this, I saw that they had this available, so I just snagged it. So yeah, Inoculation, pretty much all that I said before. This is just a 2-track demo that is currently on Maggot Stomp. I think these are still available too, so if you're wanting to get this, you probably can still pick it up. So yeah, good stuff. Good band. Definitely one of the bright and shining bands. I think they have a really solid future ahead of them. They'll probably have a pretty big following around them too. So really good. I know a couple of people that have been following this band since the very beginning, and they talk very highly of them. So that has gotten me excited. And like I said, so far from what I've heard of this album, it's really good. This will probably be one of those top albums of the year for people. So really good. Excited that I got it. I don't think that there's a vinyl release on this. There might be a CD release. I admittedly did not look into that. But so far, I only know of a tape release through Maggot Stomp, and I don't think they're sold out, so you might still be able to go pick this up. I might be wrong. I don't know. I didn't do my research before I started this video, so, but yeah, check it out if you have not. It does not come out until Friday. And then finally, the last tape that I got, which is just a hole filler. I've listened to this album 100 times, and I finally just bit the bullet and bought the tape, even though if there's a vinyl release, I'll probably end up getting that. And that is the Gutless album, Mass Extinction. This is, yeah, like I said, this is several years old by now. I think this was out in 2018. Yeah, 2018. So yeah, this is, I feel like I don't even need to talk through this. Like, great death metal. I think this album is fantastic. I was surprised to see that there were still copies available on Maggot Stomp. So if you're looking for this, when I ordered this, I actually ordered this 2 weeks ago. So yeah, they were still available, so you probably can still find them. Picture of the band. So Gutless is really, really good. You probably are familiar also with the Mortal Wound Gutless split that Maggot Stomp recently put out. That's also really good, so pick that up. I think there's some tapes that are still available, and I think for the most part, there's maybe a couple of distros that might still have it. So, but yeah, this was definitely a hole filler. I don't know what took me so long to get this, because again, I've listened to this several times. I think it's fantastic. So check Gutless out if you have not, which I feel like you probably all have. And then final tape, I sneak peeked this last week. The band posted on Instagram that they had a few copies of these left. This has been sold out everywhere. I have not been able to find it anywhere. Whenever a distro gets it, it literally sells out within hours. I think the last distro that I got, it might have been Scumlord, and it was gone, like when I went to go buy it. So with that said, it is Severus's, I think this is considered a full length. I'm assuming it is because there's a lot of songs on it. The Expedition of Illness. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a full length. But anyway, details don't matter. This was on Sewer Rot Records, came out last year. Probably one of my top favorite albums at the moment. I absolutely love this band. They currently have a live promo on Transylvania Recordings right now, where they recorded the promo live. So actually, no, this is a compilation. I just remembered now. This is a compilation of a demo and an EP. Whatever. Anyway, it actually says that right there. Good stuff. Really good band. So I messaged him. I was like, yeah, I've been looking for this. Like, I definitely will snag one from you. And basically, I just paid the shipping. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. This made me so happy when I finally got it. I do have their other album on Transylvania Recordings pre-ordered. Should be coming. I got the second wave because I missed out on the first wave. I'm just doing a bad job here. So yeah, that I'm really excited about. Excited for some new stuff from this band. But yeah, this is currently on Sewer Rot, which is an amazing label. Go check out their Bandcamp, and I'll link it as always. And just, this is phenomenal. It's really good. Really good, that modern old school sounding death metal. Yeah, and I actually love the album artwork on this too. So holy grail tape for me right now, because this took me a really long time to get. And there's so many people that I know that have talked about this, and they showed it off on Instagram and like raved about it, and I just was very envious. So I was really happy that I was able to see that post when they posted it. So super excited about this. All right, and moving on with the vinyl. Since we're on the talk of Maggot Stomp, this is just going to be a Maggot Stomp episode again. I finally have this in my collection. This is probably one of my top favorite modern death metal albums right now, within the last recent years. Yeah, this is pretty much what got me into Maggot Stomp. One of the first bands I ever heard on their label. Has been sold out. I been on the hunt for this for a really long time. It was on my want list on Discogs, and then finally a record company, not a record company, I'm sorry, that was another thing I bought. A private seller popped up on Discogs and was selling this for $25. No bullshit. And if you look on Discogs, I think this is going for at least $60, $70, sometimes more, depending on what assholes got it on there. And I questioned it. It's like, okay, is this a legit seller? Has over 100 reviews, 100%. Like, he just basically said, hey, I have more than one copy of this, so I'm just cleaning out my collection, which a lot of people do that. I admittedly have done that several times. So would have liked to rather bought this directly from the band or label, but you know, sometimes you just gotta buy from a private seller. We all do it, but this is something I've wanted for a really long time. It's in perfect condition. I don't even know if he's ever even spun this. Like, it's in absolute perfect condition. Like, not a single dent in the jacket, not a single crease in anything. It's flawless. So I imagine this person probably bought more than one copy with the intent to maybe flip the second copy, and then had a heart and decided to just sell it for retail and try and just get their money back. So this is the Masako, I don't remember, license or pressing back then. So on the red variant, so super happy I was able to get this. Probably another holy grail hole filler that I've been on the hunt for a long time. So needless to say, we're friends on Discogs now, and I've been talking to this seller for the last couple of weeks, ever since I ordered this, and just has a great collection, and we're probably going to start doing some trades and stuff, because I've got a few things that he wants that I'm willing to let go. So good stuff. Yeah, this album is it's just fantastic. Mortal Wound is probably one of my favorite bands on the label. There's the iconic promo picture. I'm sure everybody is very familiar with that. And then a nice little insert. So this was a really good week for receiving things that I've been wanting for a while. I have one other thing that I was able to get through Life After Death over the weekend that I've been waiting a long time for. And then I also ordered a couple things off of Shrill Cries last week that finally came in to their distro that I haven't been able to get because it's been too expensive. So the next week's update's gonna be a good time. You're gonna see me really happy, but these two I was super pumped to get, so really happy. And if you have not heard Mortal Wound, like, get on that. This stuff is really good. And also I love the album artwork. Really, really nice jacket too. Yeah, like I said, it's like brand new. I was impressed when I got it. For sure thought it was gonna be somewhat, you could tell it was somewhat used or had been sitting on a shelf, but no, this was like flawless when I got it. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, next up, this one I've been waiting a while for. It took a couple months to get to me, just because it came all the way from ye olde China, and I'm sure you're familiar with NESI, Northeastern Steel Industries. I think that's however you say it. Anyway, let me pull this out. So if you're not familiar, NESI is known for the repressings of a lot of amazing albums, and they do these really cool color variants, and then the jackets are always incredible. So it always has an obi strip on there. Usually the obi strip has what number you have in the run, because they're pretty limited. However, this one I'm noticing does not, so maybe I'm missing it. But yeah, licensed through NESI Media. I'm sure you're familiar. This is Grave. If you're not familiar with Grave, you're watching this channel, please stop and go. This is the You'll Never See. This is a compilation, I believe, of their first a couple of EPs put together. So Grave is a iconic death metal band. I feel like I don't really need to talk much further about them. If you don't know them, like, again, stop and open up the tab and go listen. Really, really nice printed inner sleeve. NESI is also known for those lovely plastic vinyl sleeves, anti-static vinyl sleeves that just drive me absolutely insane, but I always keep them just because. Yeah, anyway, this is the black and gray splatter variant that I got. I actually admittedly have not thrown this on the turntable yet because this actually just came yesterday and I've got so much stuff I need to listen to, but I definitely will be taking a listen to this today. So I will say one thing about NESI. I have several of their pressings. I've got Blood Incantation, I've got Fintroll, I've got this one, and I can't remember what the other one is that I have, but and they sound great. Some people who have amazing stereo systems say like, yeah, they sound great, but they're not as good as XYZ. I personally don't have that same opinion, but again, I don't have a $10,000 stereo system, so it would probably be hard for me to really hear if it sounded terrible, to be honest with you. But so they're known for having their really cool like embossing, it's hard to see, in like just the matte finish jacket. And oddly enough, this one is probably one of the more basic NESI pressings I've gotten. But yeah, saw that they repressed this. I picked it up because Grave is one of my favorite death metal bands, and I admittedly don't have any of their other stuff on vinyl. So that is going to be a new discography that I work through. So yeah, I was really excited to get this. It took a while to get here. It sat in customs for a while. And then our hub in Florida is kind of a pain in the ass, and sometimes things sit there for a couple of days, which can be annoying because it's like 2 hours from me. I could have just driven there and picked it up. I wish you had that option. But yeah, love the artwork. And again, this is licensed through NESI Media for them to press. So really good. I will link NESI. Prices are completely normal. This was only a $20 vinyl. However, shipping to the US is god awful. So the shipping was also $20. So unfortunately, you gotta bite that bullet if you want these pressings. You generally pay a lot because of the shipping. So they drop, I think, new releases like once every 2 months or something like that. Like, it's not very frequent, and they often sell out very fast. People really fangirl over these pressings. I've only got a few, like I said, but I know people that just buy the run like almost every time they release something because they're just obsessed. So good stuff. I was excited to get this as well. I got a really good haul these last couple days. A lot of stuff I've been excited about. All right, next up, I think I mentioned, maybe I didn't mention this. I don't know. Another hole filler, Sentient Horror. I believe this on, yeah, it's on Redefining. I was going to say Rot of Life. I knew it wasn't Rot of Life. This is Morbid Realms. Their release from back in 2019. Yeah, so this is 2 years old now. A hole filler. I actually really loved this album when it came out. It was one of my favorite albums of 2019. I know that for sure. And then for some reason, I never bought the vinyl. I think that was the year that there was just so much coming out. There was a lot that came out that year where my money was probably tied up a little bit more than it is now. So I had to skip some releases and hope that I was able to get them later. So these are available on their Bandcamp. I got it right from them. So, and as far as I know, there's still some available, which I feel like is shocking because this is a really good album. So if you haven't heard this yet, it's death metal. Well, of course. It's good modern death metal. Really nice quality pressing. Redefining Records does good pressings. This cool inner sleeve of band and liner notes, and then lyrics. And then another shitty plastic sleeve, but this one's a little bit nicer in regards. It's got this orange and gray like swirl, and then the stickers. So yeah, really good album. Again, another hole filler. I've just been slowly going down my want list on my Discogs and knocking out things that I see are available that are within a good price, and this came directly off Bandcamp for retail, so didn't even have to try hard for this one. So good stuff. Definitely check this out. It's got that old school, almost like Swedish sounding death metal, I guess. I don't know. It's good. Check it out. And then finally, Meteor GEM. record label or record company or store, Jesus, I can't talk, in Chicago. Got this Suffering Hour. I think this is their first release. I don't remember. Suffering Hour is like one of my new favorite bands right now. This came out on Blood Harvest, as you can see, the Obi. They had a copy of this on their website. They have got some really good stuff on their website. There's some stuff on their website that is sold out and hard to find right now. So I will link them. Go there. Their prices are fairly decent, and they have really great customer service. I got the gold variant, and I know these are available on Blood Harvest's website still, but I just didn't want to deal with the international shipping stuff right now. So shop's a little bit local. This is a newer store that I recently found, and been following them on Instagram and been talking to them through there, and just, yeah, really good place. I've bought several things from them. Like I said, stuff that's been sold out and hard to find, and don't want to pay $70 on Discogs, and they're selling it for pretty much retail. So really good shop. They have really good stuff, and they sell out quick because they only get like 1 or 2 copies. So yeah, this album is amazing. Suffering Hour, I guess they're considered black metal. I don't know. They sound death metal to me too. They've got the raw black metal like production sound, but the vocals are pretty death metal. Anyway, really good album. Like I said, one of my newer favorite bands at the moment. So wanted to pick up their other releases. Yeah, I guess they're black metal. Whatever. Sorry, I'm showing a black metal album and death metal update. But I was really excited to show this off. So yeah, gonna take this for a spin today too. I know this album is great. Their newest album is fantastic and one of my favorite releases this year. I have probably suggested that to about 30 different people so far when they ask me what I've been listening to lately. It's been, well, Suffering Hour. They have an amazing release out right now. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have for this collection update. Thank you so much for all of the attention and messages and all the support again. It's just been overwhelming these last couple of weeks, especially yesterday. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Death Metal Tape Tuesday will be up later today as well. And then collection updates and whatever else will be coming as always. Thanks again.